Well, a very good afternoon to you. We've forwarded it to May. We've made the weather low-lying cloud just to improve our views more than anything else. So let me turn the volume down on the phone a little bit. That's fine. Okay, so today's flight, we are in the British Airways A320 Neo, and we will be departing Inverness in the northeast of Scotland. And we'll just zoom in on the map now just to let you know exactly what we're going to be able to see en route. And forget that, we're going to depart from runway 5 today because it's right by our parking slip. So we're on ramp 26. We'll depart off runway 5 and then that'll bring us back and follow the track. We're doing a direct GPS, so I've plotted a route that will take us southwest after departure, Milton of Culloden, over Inverness Business Park and Retail Park, over the actual town of Inverness as well. Then at Lock End, down, flying the length of a lock, heading due west pretty much. Custom waypoints, as you can see, and then we are going to check out Eileen Donnan Castle, which was featured in the marvellous film from the 80s, Highlander. ...128 nautical miles, should only be 20 minutes this flight today. We're going to fly straight past Kyle, straight over the Skye Bridge, out across Skye. We'll have Clutton Hill airstrip just off to our right hand side when we've first made a southerly turn, and we're heading southwest then. Over the Isle of Harris, straight over the bay at Kinloch, and then heading westerly until we come to our arrival, making a left turn at Eriskay and landing on runway 25 at Barra, which is a world unique airport as you land on the beach. Fantastic. Let's hope that the tide is out. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for joining us here at Jetstream TV. We're actually streaming live on Twitch TV under the name of Tim's a Pilot. Please be sure to give us a follow on Twitch, Tim's a Pilot, as I am captain of the flight. Tim Adams is the name, and yeah, Jetstream TV, thank you so much indeed. This will be going up on YouTube later today. Without further ado, as the timer rapidly approaches 13:37 local time in the afternoon on May the 21st 2026, slightly in the future. Thank you very much indeed for joining me on the stream, and let's go flying. Nice short flight this one today, and I'll be uploading it to YouTube later this evening. It's Friday night here in the UK, worked like a dog all week, so it's downtime with a nice beer and getting behind the flight controls of an aircraft whilst getting intoxicated. Don't do this at home, kids. You have to be a professional in order to do that. So there's our ride today, British Airways Airbus A320 Neo. I nearly slipped up there because I was flying the PMDG the other day. And we are parked at stand 26 here at Inverness. Without further ado, let's go to the aircraft. Let's get the electrics on. Let's get everything started up. We'll brighten the PFDs as we usually do. And we will flight display controls, we'll get them turned up as well so we can see what we're doing. We're just going to go to 15,000 feet today, so we'll do an initial climb out to 5,000, then increase the climb up to 15,000. We want to be able to see the landmarks on the way down, and it is only a 20-minute flight. We'll go up at 1,500 feet per minute, nice and gradual climb. Should get us up to 15,000, around about halfway near Eileen Donnan Castle, and then we can begin our descent over Skye into Barra. Right, let's, we got any lights on? Let's get the lights on. All the lights are on. Cabin crew, seats for departure, please. Okay. Let's just get the aircraft configured for takeoff. Oh, we've got a nice business jet off to our right-hand side there. Let's get some flaps in for departure. And we'll have a flaps 10 as the runway is quite short here at Inverness, just to give us that lift that we require for departure. Okay, back to the cockpit. No need for pushback today. Cabin crew are in positions for departure. Let's make ourselves a quick taxi out to the runway. Saying that though, lots of aircraft around us. Will we get away with a turn, or do we need to be pushed back? I think we might need a pushback. Okay, bear with me a minute. Let's see if we can call somebody for pushback. And then the parking and fuel options, ground services. Let's have a look. Request pushback. Well, it's having none of it. We'll just crack on. No problem at all. Let's make a turn to our left. Parking brake released. Tight squeeze, but we will get out, and we'll just miss that van at the back as well. Look at that. Now that is what you call precision taxiing, even though this right wing is probably going to clip this Beechcraft. Or is it? Are we going to get away with it? Are we going to get away with it? Let's not fret about that. Okay, time to taxi to the active. Let me just reposition that camera so we can check for any traffic on arrival. Let's just park it just shy of the runway. Reposition the camera. Perfection. Okay, so nothing on the approach, nothing on the runway. Oh, saying that, we've got a vehicle driving down the runway there. Let's just check that from the exterior. Why has he gone onto the runway when he knows I'm taking off? Anyway, without further ado, Inverness, Speedbird 95 X-Ray Charlie, ready for departure. Park and brake released. Ready to go. "11 minutes into the stream, we're about to depart." Initially heading north and then making a turn back and then flying over the lock to the south of Inverness. V1, rotate, and just through V2, positive rate. Gear up. Autopilot's going in. There's our left turn. (1500 feet per minute on the climb). Let's take us right up to 15,000. Let's not mess about here, it's only a 20-minute flight. 15,000 locked and running. Speed is managed. Beautiful day for flying. Some low-lying cloud, some cloud a little bit further up. We'll see what height that is when we get into the cruise at 15,000. Let's get them flaps up now. Flaps 5 and flaps up. Inverness, okay, just over the runway now, flying directly overhead, and then we are heading through the clag already. We've got a lot of mist, but down below us is the town of Inverness, or will be very shortly. See what the route's saying. Let's get the map view up. Yeah, so we're just coming over the town of Inverness itself now. Probably secluded with the mist and the clouds. But yeah, there is the town of Inverness beneath us. Making a very subtle right turn very shortly, and then heading down south towards the nearest lock to Inverness. I'm not quite sure of the name of it. Very little to see here. Straight out through the clouds we go. Beautiful, and there is the lock directly ahead of us. Beautiful views with the sun reflecting on the locks of eastern Scotland. Very nice indeed. So next custom waypoint, 3 miles inbound. then we'll travel the length of the lock, and then halfway down the 2/3 of the way down the lock we'll be branching off on a westerly track. 6,600 feet for 15,000, currently 250 knots with a ground speed of 272. Our left hand turn to follow the lock is there. See how we're doing on the altitude. 8,000 feet. Well, we'll just increase our rate of ascent. Take that up to 2,500 feet per minute. Again, we want managed speed mode. We'll increase the ND range there. We can see our route a little bit clearer on the PFD. Primary flight display, I should say. 9,200 for 15 with a right turn heading west towards Eileen at Donnan Castle, which we should get a particularly nice view of in the next couple of minutes time. Good evening viewers, thank you very much indeed for joining us here on Twitch TV. It's Timza Pilot if you'd like to follow us on Twitch, Timza Pilot, and obviously the channel is Jetstream TV. Follow us on YouTube would be great, give us a subscribe, it costs nothing, and hit the notification bell so that you know when we upload fresh, new, exciting content. Simply search Jetstream TV channel on YouTube, give us a subscribe, it's not going to cost you anything, and you're going to have hours and hours of entertainment. There's our right hand turn now with the sun dipping in the late afternoon sky as we head due west or thereabouts and heading off towards Eileen Donnan Castle, which featured in the Highlander movie from the 1980s. Obviously starred Sean Connery, and I'm trying to remember the guy's name, it will come to me. There can be only one. Wonderful views of the sun catching the surface of the locks down there off to our left hand side. Looking in a southerly direction right now, off the left wingtip. Excuse me, frog in the throat, as usual, standard. 19 minutes into the stream, we should be coming close to 15,000 feet now, which is our cruise altitude today. Very quick flight of 20 minutes. And yes indeed, as you can see on the altimeter, 14,840, just ticking up to the 15 there, and you can see the custom waypoints on the PFD. It's saying we've got a headwind, but it's not giving us any speed right now at 270, ground speed of 353 miles per hour. Heading 269 degrees with 19 nautical miles inbound to Eileen at Donnan Castle. Should make for very, very nice viewing on arrival. Making a left turn after Eileen Donnan Castle, across another bridge, and then heading out over the bridge to Skye, to the island of Skye, which again should look very, very nice. I'm not sure, should we descend and get a closer look? Or should we just keep it nice and pretty at 15,000? We'll see, we'll see. Oh, now then, look at the mountains. Very nice indeed. Beautiful views. We're probably not going to see Eileen Donnan Castle. I've just realised we're a bit too high, but the views are pretty spectacular beneath us here at the moment. The sun reflecting on the locks down there to the southwest. The sun catching the westerly peaks of the mountains. Very nice. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is the only airport in the world where aircraft actually land on the beach. I'm sure there's others around the world, but I do know it's the only one in the UK. I don't actually know of any others around the world that have this feature, where aircraft... I don't think it actually accommodates something as large as an Airbus A320, but hey, we like to live on the edge here on Jetstream TV. We're going to give it a whirl. Maybe a world first, who knows, and you was here to witness it. I'd like to thank you. But this turboprops fly up there regular when there was an airline in the UK called Flybe. They used to fly regularly from various different airports throughout the UK, mainly down south, places like Bournemouth, Exeter, that would fly directly up to Barra and land on the beach, do a quick turnaround and then depart from Barra back to where they came from. But yeah, actually a really very unique thing. So Eileen Donnan Castle should be directly beneath us now. So if we go to the exterior of the aircraft and we just look down, we should have some nice features. As we come out, yeah, there's one of the bridges directly beneath us, and Eileen Donnan Castle should be just off to the left. There should be a little causeway. There it is. Magnificent stuff. I wonder whether we can pause the flight and do a little drone flight around Eileen Donnan Castle. That would be different, wouldn't it? Let's wait till we're directly above, and then we'll add a new feature of pause and drone. Right, well, we're making a left-hand turn there now, so if you bear with me, pause the aircraft right there. We'll jump into showcase mode. Zoom level, no, we don't want to zoom in too much. And then we'll increase the drone speed so we can fly around at speed. Okay, so this is a first on the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a good old mooch. Yep, that's definitely going quick enough. We'll reset the camera after we've done this. Let's have a mooch. Where's the castle? Where's the castle? There it is. Let's go down. And we'll have a little fly along the edge of this estuary and have a good peek at Eileen Donnan Castle, famous for being in the Highlander movie. In fact, we'll take this little coastal path. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't that nice? Oh, there's cars on the road as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. Follow that van. Oh, there's quite a lot of cars, to be honest. And there's the castle. They want to sort that road out, don't they? But anyway, should we have a cinematic shot? Maybe slow the camera down just a little bit for this one. Got to make the content interesting, ladies and gents. We'll slow that right the way down there. That should do us nicely. is, ladies and gents. You may remember that bridge from the opening scene of Highlander. Isn't that beautiful? What? Oh, and the sun kicking through. Isn't that magnificent? What a beautiful, beautiful place. Look at that. The detail. It's quite shocking, to be honest, how beautiful that is. That is something else. Wonder whether we can sit in the grounds of the castle and take a peek. In fact, we'll go on this turret. See if we can have a little look round and spot our aircraft. Oh, that should do us. Just having a nice day in Scotland here in the summertime, having a look over the estuary out towards the Isle of Skye. Oh, the sun is up in the sky there, very nice, and we should have a British Airways A320 Neo somewhere in the skies above. Can we find it? Where are you? Well, I would say that that's a no, because I can't see it, but I can see the moon, so it's not the end of the world. So we'll have another little cinematic flyby. We'll get that sun in shot. That's very nice, isn't it? There's this. Oh wow, that's nice. I like that. I will do a little little flyby, and then we'll get back to the flight. I'd say that makes for a rather lovely photograph. Without further ado, back to the flight. We'll reset the camera. That will warp us back up to the aircraft. There we are. And continue. Okay, back in the aircraft, Eileen Donnan Castle. It was a pleasure coming to visit you and have a good look round. Please let me know in the comments, guys, whether or not you like that little feature. We can do more of that on our flights, so we can pass in any landmarks. We can pause the aircraft and go into drone mode and have a good look round. Quite interesting. I enjoyed that. Let me know if you feel the same. Thank you. So, there is another point of interest coming up now, which is the bridge over to Skye. Should we have a quick look at that as well? Might as well, only a short flight today. So again, let's go to the external view. There is the bridge to Skye. You can have a look round the port as well as you enter Skye and the other town on this coast. It's going to be a very interesting flight, this. We'll pause the aircraft once again as we make our left turn over to the Isle of Skye. Pause, camera, showcase. Zoom in, Boomski Beats International, that'll do us. We'll get the speed on the drone cam sorted. Let's get down to the town. And it would happen to have a big chunk of cloud over the top, wouldn't it, just to obscure the view. Rather dull, I would say, wouldn't you? But there is the main bridge over to the Isle of Skye. You kind of get the gist, but wow, the scenery around here, the landscape, absolutely stunning. Back to the aircraft in zoom mode. Reset position. Boof, straight back up. And let's continue with the flight. "32 minutes into the stream. I'd like to thank you all again for joining me here at Tim's a Pilot on Twitch TV and also Jetstream TV on YouTube. Get back to the cockpit view. Right, let's have a look at the map, see how far out we are from Barra. We're going to have to start making our descent very soon. Flying over the Isle of Skye right now, and we have the airfield off to our right hand side very shortly. In fact, right now where's the airstrip? Where is the airstrip? Well, you can see it on the map, ladies and gents, but it's not making itself visible for some reason. Right, let's check how we're doing distance-wise. Currently about to head out over the Irish Sea, or is it the Atlantic Ocean? Interesting. We'll have to check on that. We're making a right-hand turn due west over the Isle of Harris, and it's looking like we're approximately about 60 miles away. We better get descending. Let's start that descent. Obviously the airfield at Barra on the beach is at sea level, so we really need to start coming down now. So first things first, let's get that altitude off. 15,000 feet, we want that down to 2,000 for the approach, I would say, as we're over the sea. Perfect. Right, that's the descent engaged. We want to be coming down about 2,500 feet per minute. Should do us nicely with 60 miles to go to run. That should do us 2,500 feet on the descent. Let's just increase the ND range. We can see Barra Echo Golf Papa Romeo is approximately 50 mile away now, so that's it's about right. We'll just decrease the ND range. Apologies, I've still got this frog in my throat. Just bear with me a minute, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'll just leave you to enjoy the beautiful view of the Isle of Harris. We'll be making a right-hand turn very, very shortly. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Toilet break. Apologies for the delay, ladies and gents. I'm now back in the cockpit and we are now heading over the Isle of Harris, heading out towards Barra. Rather a magnificent view with the sun reflecting on the ocean. Check on the descent, see how we're doing. Oh, coming down way too fast. Bear with me a minute. Yeah, too fast. We'll reduce our rate of descent. I think we come down around about 500 feet per minute. We're at 7,000 feet now. It's going to take us approximately... We'll come down at 800 feet per minute. If we say 1,000, that's going to give us around about 7 minutes to get down. In fact, not even 7 minutes. No, we'll keep it at 700 feet per minute on the descent. That should bring us down nicely to 2,000 feet before our left turn. Let's just check the ND range there now. That's 20 miles. Yeah, I'm making a subtle left-hand turn in around about bear with me, 20 miles time, yeah, and then we'll be on finals at Barra. In fact, we'll come down a little bit faster than that. We're only 20 miles away. Yeah, we'll do 1,500 feet per minute on the descent. That should do us nicely until we arrive. Swing round all of the external cams. Nose cam, cockpit, left engine, right engine. The Isle of Harris going into the distance now. Nose cam, wheel cam, left wing, right wing, and nose view. 40 minutes into the stream. We should be landing in the next 5-10 minutes or so. And we've not even released the passengers. We've kept the seatbelt signs on. Oops. So everyone's just been sat in the seats behind us, and to be fair, as it's only a 20-minute flight without the little drone diversions that we've had en route, everybody can stay in the seats, it's fine, because we'll be on the ground in around about five minutes or so. You can just see the edge of Barra now on the centre of the screen, just by the reflection of the divider on the cockpit windows. 41 minutes, we should be on the ground very shortly, and I think the stream will be done around about the 50-minute mark. You actually park on the beach at Barra. It's quite a detailed airport, so once we land we'll go into the drone view and I'll give you a little fly around Barra airport. But there's a quaint little car park there as well, with nicely modelled cars that are all sat round the airport. But yeah, it's a lovely little airport, and as I say, it's very unique for aircraft to actually land on the beach. And there is Barra, ladies and gents. You'll see the island directly ahead of us, and you've got an outcrop, like a peninsula just to the right of that, which is half in shadow, half in daylight. We're going to be banking and making a left-hand turn as we approach this island directly ahead, and then we are on finals for the runway on the beach at Barra. Well, we'd better let the cabin crew know. Cabin crew, positions for landing, which you should be in because I've not released you. 10 minutes to landing. Right, let's configure the aircraft for the landing now. Okay, let's get some flaps in. Flaps 5. It's 10. It's very annoying the way that engine just wobbles, do you not think? I think it's annoying anyway. Yeah, really annoying, to be honest. Yeah, and it's even wobblier there once you go behind the exhaust. Look at that. Wow, okay. There we go, no wobble. So, about to make a left-hand turn now on finals for the runway at Barra. Might as well get the gear down, just give us a little bit of drag for the arrival. Gear's coming down. Okay. And a left-hand turn about to ensue. And you can just see off to the left hand side, you can make out the sandy colour of the beach around about 1/4 from the left hand side of the screen. There's our left turn now. Let's get the rest of the flaps down. Flaps full. Cabin crew, positions for landing please, thank you. Beautiful beaches on the islands here. They've really done a good job on modelling all of this. because that just looks like a picture postcard to me, and the colours in the water and the ocean, bright turquoises and greens, very, very nice indeed. The reflections of the clouds in the ocean, marvellous stuff. Right, we need to focus because there's the beach and there isn't much sand, so we really need to work this arrival properly. Which view should we go with? This one or this one? Right, autopilot's coming out. Decision has been made. Autopilot's coming out and auto throttle off. Reducing the throttle, I have control. Okay, we're going to bring in some speed brakes. Help us slow down for the arrival onto the beach at Barra. Oh, coming down a bit faster. We'll lose them air brakes, I think. Yeah, that's just about enough, thank you. 1,000 feet. So the best way to do the arrival here at Barra is you head for this little outcrop here and then follow the coastline in until you hit the main part of the sand. That should bring us in nicely. I'm going to set the auto brakes on. As soon as we touch the sand, that should bring us in and slow us down nicely for the airport. You can just notice, look at the sea there, look at the sea. That is magnificent. Air brakes going in again, we're a little bit fast.
400.
Okay, brakes are set to auto. Auto brakes coming out. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Barra.
100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
And there we are on the ground, and there is the airport, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this slowed down. Oh, I think we've overshot just a little bit. Yes, we have. We'll take the auto brake out, that's fine. We'll get back on the beach. Not the end of the world. Still in one piece. We've made it. We've made it, ladies and gents. But there is flaps up now, we don't need them. Get ourselves parked next to the airport. And we'll get them out, we'll get the door right next to that little slipway in the path that takes you to the airport. Park and brake on. And we shall go into drone mode. Let's have a look round Barra. Could have been a bit smoother that, ladies and gents, a slight overshoot there, but we are landing on a beach. Let's not forget that. Sea level, I'm assuming that I'm just a little bit there now. Right, so let's have a little mooch around Barra, don't you know. You can actually see right the way through the fan blades there to the back of the engine. We've really thought of everything with this game, haven't we? Oh, that's bound to happen. Yeah, you can see the fan blades actually spinning at the front of the engine. Yeah, okay, I get it. Okay, so Highlands and Islands Airport. Very nice indeed. That's for the fire trucks. There's a tower here at Barra. And the car park with all of the little cute cars in that I've told you about. Is that a camper van or a building? Oh, it's a building. Barra Airport. Welcome. So I did notice a track that runs off into the distance. Should we see if that takes us down to a little beach? Let's go and have a nice walk in the countryside. Why not? Why not? Or should we say a pleasant run? Oh, it does take us to a beach. Oh, indeed it does. Listen to the waves. Isn't that lovely, ladies and gents? I'd say that makes for a nice thumbnail, wouldn't you? We'll have a screenshot of that. That could be the thumbnail for YouTube, ladies and gents. Or we could maybe go with that. Screenshot that as well. Head back to the airport. We'll get another screenshot of the aircraft and the airport with the sea in the distance. That might also make for a very lovely thumbnail for the YouTube video. But yeah, see the moon up there, lovely. Let's see if we've got anything nice in the foreground for this shot. That band's not very detailed, is it? No. Oh, that's quite fruity. That could be our screenshot. I think that shows off the island of Barra quite nicely and the beach that we land on, don't you? Screenshot there. All well and good. Well, ladies and gents, we'll have a little zip down to the beach here. See what the beach is like. And we'll just leave it running for a couple of minutes with the beautiful sound of the ocean. and the waves crashing on the shore, which are very nice and tranquil to end our live stream today. Thank you so much indeed for joining me once again here at Tim's a Pilot on Twitch TV and Jetstream TV on YouTube. The other beach was actually better than this. Oh, what's that? What does that say? No, the other beach was way nicer. Ah, that's more like it. Yeah, that'll do. I'll leave it there for a nice chill. Just at the edge of the sand. Lovely. Thanks once again for joining us here at Jetstream TV. There'll be another stream over the next couple of days. I do have Sunday to myself, so no doubt there'll be a couple of flights on Sunday at some point. But if you hit the notification button and if you follow me on Twitch TV, Tim's a Pilot, you should get notified when I am going live. So yeah, feel free to come along for another flight. Hope you've enjoyed this one today. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And thank you once again for joining us. Please visit Jetstream TV channel on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you get notified of future uploads, and this video will be going up on YouTube either later today or first thing in the morning. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've thoroughly enjoyed the flight. We've seen some lovely sights en route. Hope you enjoy the content. There's a back catalogue of 100 videos. Please feel free to dip in and watch them at your leisure. Okay, from myself, Tim Adams, thank you very much indeed, and I will see you on the next one. Much appreciated. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.